What's up, everybody? I'm Chris from Slappers Only, back with another episode of Proximity Chat Solo, and this week I'm talking entirely about massively multiplayer online role-playing games. mmOMG, right? I thought it was funny. Anyway, there's two topics I want to talk about. One is subscription-based games versus free-to-play games, and then I want to talk about the plethora of new MMOs that are coming out, either like 2 days ago, like Final Fantasy XIV, or in the future we've got the Elder Scrolls, Wildstar, EverQuest Next. There's a ton of them, and they all look really good, so I'm excited about that. So anyway, like I said, two topics. Hopefully a shorter episode this week than last week, and let's get on with the show. So, like I said, first topic is subscription-based versus free-to-play games. So all these MMOs are coming out. Three of the ones that I mentioned, Final Fantasy XIV, Wildstar, and the Elder Scrolls, all have subscriptions on a monthly basis. And, I don't have a problem with that, but any article that you read about these games, one of the first comments you're going to read is, I was really excited about this until I heard it was subscription-based, and now I don't care less. It's how it works, and then you get a ton of people agreeing, subscriptions are horrible, blah, blah, blah. I totally disagree with that, and I want to, like I said, I feel the need to talk about why. The big issue, in my opinion, with free-to-play games is that after they go free-to-play, they lose the cohesiveness of the game as a whole. You know what I mean? Most of these games came out, they're the developer's baby. You know what I mean? They create an entire world for a ton of people to play in, and it's got a certain feel to it that they're going for. And when that cash shop goes live, when the game either goes free to play or when they add new stuff to an already existing free to play game, it just tears that cohesiveness apart. You end up with people running around with afros, bathing suits, lollipop swords, that kind of stuff. It's like this recent time I was playing TERA. I used to love that game. It was an awesome game. Goes free to play, and the cash shop kind of just tears it apart. So, look, I could explain it to you, but you're better off just seeing for yourself. Where's NeoCloud? Man, this guy is always late.
Why, hello, peeps. Are we all ready for an adventure today?
Dude, you're wearing a duck. You know that, right?
No. These are my +5 Greaves of Rulership. I just got them last week. It was fun.
+5. Wait, what? What the? And now I just saw you swing a giant popsicle. Look, it's just that we're going to fight the toughest boss in the game, and here you are wearing a duck! Come on, Sophia, back me up here.
Yeah, it does look pretty silly.
So yeah, like I said, that's what free-to-play games feel like to me nowadays. It's goofy, it's dominated by stuff that doesn't, in my opinion, belong in the game, and it just ruins the feel. What it comes down to, the bottom line, is developers need to get paid, you know what I mean? We love the games they make, and I'm pretty sure that they love making them, otherwise they wouldn't do it, but they need to get paid, because otherwise that game just can't afford to exist. And so then you look at how they get paid. It's either a subscription, in which case the players are paying $10, $12, $15 a month to play the game, or it's a free-to-play game with a cash shop, and that cash shop is where the developer is going to get their income from that's going to allow them to keep making stuff for the game. And what it really comes down to is the content, because a subscription-based game, they have guaranteed income coming in, you know what I mean? Everybody who's subscribed to that game is going to pay their $10, $12, $15 a month, and it's going to allow them to just keep on going, making the stuff that they want to make, fleshing out the world and adding the features that they want to add to the game, and it feels a lot better that way. Free-to-play games, they still need to make money. No game is really free to play, because if nobody had to pay anything, then the game wouldn't afford, or just wouldn't be able to exist. Nobody's going to put something completely out there for free, keep updating it and all that kind of stuff. It still needs to make money. And like I said, that was the example that I had with TERA. The cash shop, in my opinion, it ruins the feel of the game. You're supposed to be, saving the realm from inevitable danger and that kind of stuff. and instead you have people running around with ducks on their waist, aviator sunglasses, lollipop, popsicle swords, that kind of stuff. And I don't know, for me, it just doesn't feel right. It makes it more ridiculous. And in certain games, if that's what you're going for, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Single player games like Deadpool are like that, where the ridiculousness factor is built in. That's what the game is supposed to be. But when you have a MMO and you have like this supposed like world and everything like that, having something like that just, in my opinion, kind of ruins it. But like I said, gamers got to play, devs got to eat, they got to get paid, and if they don't get paid, the game can't afford to exist. And when it comes down to it, me personally, I'd rather pay my $15 a month and let them just go to town, build the kind of stuff they want to build, flesh it out, and add some like really cool stuff to the game, and not just costumes here or there. That's my personal opinion on that matter. Anyway, moving on, like I said, we're coming up to what I am calling the MMORenaissance. It's really cool, like I said. I love the genre, even though the only game that I've ever got a character to max level was Final Fantasy XI. That was tough, by the way back in the day. But, I love the concept of being in an entire world that's, it's somewhat fleshed out. It's living. You have so many people there doing their own thing. And not just like, like a regular RPG walking around waiting for you to show up and everything. But there's really people there doing stuff, and it's really cool. That's why, like I said, the whole genre intrigues me, and I can't help but play all these games, even though I never really invest the time to get to max level. I just sit around and have fun, mostly, is what I do. So like I said, Final Fantasy XIV just came out a couple days ago. I've been playing that, and I've been really enjoying it. It's really cool. Like I said, I loved Final Fantasy XI before it, so I may be a little bit biased, but it looks beautiful. The combat is fast and fun, and a lot of the systems seem really cool. A lot of people have had server issues and that kind of stuff. There was one time that I tried to play and I couldn't get in, but I just tried again right away and got right into the game. No lag whatsoever. That's overall my impression of the game, is how smooth it is right now. I'm kind of impressed by that, considering it just came out. There's a flood of people everywhere, and their net code is really good. It's really smooth, no hiccups or anything, so that's really cool. Other big name ones that we have coming out, obviously we have the Elder Scrolls Online, and it's really cool, in concept, but I'm a little bit disappointed, I gotta say, because Skyrim was already MMO feeling, you know what I mean? It was a very big world that kind of I could very easily have seen that being an MMO. And really what I wish they would have done was allow you to have like a 4-player co-op Skyrim instead of an MMO. I just think a 4-player co-op game like that on that scale could be really cool. It'd kind of like be Baldur's Gate, where you have your party, but instead of you controlling the entire party, have like real people controlling everybody. And I know that you can do that in something like the Elder Scrolls Online. I just don't think it's going to have quite that same feel to it. So anyway, there's that one. Wildstar, which looks really cool. A lot of hype going about that. And one of the things that they do that I really like is that they've taken the EVE Online approach, where you're going to have to buy the game, or it's just subscription based, but you can actually earn your subscription based on, not buying in game, but like earning your subscription in game. EVE has Plex and all that kind of stuff that you can buy and get your monthly subscription paid that way. Wildstar's going the same route, and I think that's awesome. And to be honest, I think every MMO should have that feature. The hardcore players are going to be able to earn their subscription without ever paying for the, except for like the first month or two. And the people who can afford to put less, time into it are still going to be able to play and enjoy it. Those have to pay their subscription every month. And, like I said, for me personally, I have no problems doing that. And then you have like the big game changer, EverQuest Next. It's the one that's the furthest out. It's the one we know the least about, but potentially could be, changing the entire genre. It looks really cool. You talk about world building. This one actually lets you do that. To a certain extent, you're gonna have to have. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Whether your creations are gonna get voted into the game, submitted, and however it works. It just has the potential to be really incredibly cool. Very excited about EverQuest Next. when that comes out, you guys are definitely going to see me in that game. Feel free to join me, send me, invites and that kind of stuff. I'd love to play, as go with all these games. I'm in Final Fantasy 14 right now. Hopefully I'll see you guys in game. Anyway, that's it for this week. mmOMG. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. What do you think? What do you agree with, disagree with? Please let me know in the comments, and let me know what you want to see next week. Take it easy.